Oh, tomorrow we have a social to go to for one of those birds of a feathers.
Yeah, this is the...
Along these roads we roam, we find adventure through traveling, camping, boondocking, and exploring.
Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogcast episode number 89. My name is Russ.
I'm Kerry.
And we are the roads we roam. We're a couple living full-time in our little guy Max. And like yesterday, we're doing this a little bit differently. We're reporting out in the field at Escapades, or at the Escapees Escapade 2019, which is the 59th annual one. We're here in Tucson, Arizona.
You sounded very official. We are reporting live from...
Not exactly live, but we are definitely reporting.
So we had such a great day for our first day. Our first rehash on the video you saw yesterday, we covered the opening day, check-in stuff. So then the first day of the actual programming began, and we signed up for a few seminars. Yeah,
the first one we both went to, which was a seminar talking about your tanks. It covered freshwater, it covered gray, it covered black, it covered how to maintain those tanks, some maintenance issues, and then some really cool tips and tricks that I learned. I'm going to be doing a video that is kind of quick tips, maybe 2-minute long videos that show some really interesting ways to handle things.
Some of these really cool things that we learned, because even though we've learned a lot of the basics and cover, like, okay, we know how to empty our sewer tanks, just some of the other little things, especially about the tanks themselves, how much they hold, how you should clean them. So a lot of really great questions and information came out of that one. And then later in the day, Russ went to one on what was
RV driving safety.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of it was, stuff that I already knew, but it just kind of rehashed stuff. There were a couple things that I learned that were pretty interesting. One of the ones, we got a plane flying overhead, but that's what happens when you're outside doing these things. One of the things that I learned that was kind of interesting, a lot of times I will, if I've got a very wide vehicle coming down a 2-lane road at me, I will tend to veer to the right a little bit and ride that fog line. They mentioned that your vehicle is, on legal roads, there's more than enough room to get by. If you stay centered up, the guy coming towards you stays centered up, you should not ride that fog line, because if your tires slip off of the shoulder, it's just taking you and your trailer in the ditch. If you're towing, even if you're in a big fifth wheel or a Class A or something like that. So that's something that I'll do differently. Now, obviously, if this guy is in your lane, then you're going to have to move over. But yeah, there was a lot of little neat tips and tricks that we learned.
They have the app which allows you to keep notes, but I find it very tough to type in and do that. I highly suggest, if you come to those things, walk around with a notepad and paper. There is just so much information, not only just from the seminars themselves, just random conversations with people. They'll talk to you about locations and different information, trips that they've taken, and, oh, I want to go there. So constantly walk around with a notepad. I've already pulled them out for today.
Yeah. What I do in these seminars too is I take my cell phone with me. I run the voice recorder so I can record what the instructor's saying. A lot of times you don't pick up some of the questions, but the instructors have been really good about repeating the question. And then I'll take my phone with me rather than taking notes. If I see a slide that I want, click, click, I'll take a picture of it.
Oh, the instructor yesterday.
He was hilarious.
And whenever he saw somebody getting ready to do that, he'd jump up in front of the screen and pose. But they're very, very informational, but educational and funny.
Yeah, definitely. You'll have a good time. So make sure when you come to these events, make sure to take time to go to these seminars. We were asked recently if there had been any other LGM sightings, and I haven't seen any yet, but to be honest, I've only walked around the one boondocking area, which we thought was the only boondocking area. Yeah, we thought that this was the boondocking area. Talking to one of the transport drivers on the carts yesterday, he told us there's actually 2 other boondocking areas, so we'll have to walk around that. We did walk around the electric and water hookup areas. I didn't see any.
I didn't see them.
I didn't even see any tabs.
We did see an LGM though on the freeway on the way
Yes.
here about 20 minutes before we arrived, but they were going the other direction. We're like, you're going the wrong way. But no, we have not seen one yet.
You know, real quick too, talking about LGMs, we had our, what is that thing called? Our CO and our propane thing delivered to us at a postnet. So Kerry and I had to leave the site for a little bit to go get that. Super excited to finally get that installed. I sleep a little bit better at night knowing that we don't have problems.
We went and we bought a little household one that we have in there for the interim, but just having something and making it feel like Teddy is whole again. And for those of you that don't know, Teddy is what we call our trailer. I did think it was funny though. You were sitting out in front. We got to set up the entire outside setup yesterday, which was really nice. The mat and the chairs and stuff because weather's been so great. I was inside cooking and then I hear somebody walking by and holler out to Russ, "So you're the little guy." So people definitely recognize the trailer and know it. So that's always a nice thing.
Yeah, my reply was only when it comes to the trailer.
Okay, moving on.
Hey, I'm a big guy.
SmartWay program. We'll go on to SmartWay.
Yeah, speaking about being a big guy, SmartWay.
They have this program where they will not only weigh your vehicle for you, and we've talked about this in some of our earlier videos. We have never weighed our truck with the trailer fully loaded.
Yeah.
And we're kind of curious to see, because we're full-timers and we threw everything that we have in it, are we overweight? Or do we have room to buy a little bit more?
Yeah, or are we off weight? Are we got too much weight in the front, the back, the left, the right? So we're going to find all that out. We'll be able to get that to you. Kerry had some homework she had to do
today. They give you homework. I didn't know that before I signed up.
Yeah, basically what those homework things are is you have to get the tire information on the truck, the trailer. You have to get the weights of the, I'm talking about the weights on the trailer, you know, it's GVWR, all that stuff. So you fill that out, and then tomorrow I'll be taking the truck only over to get that weighed. And they say bring it as you drive it. So it'll be me, Kerry, the dogs, everything inside the truck.
That'll be trouble because they're going to expect to go for a ride then. So we're going to have to take them somewhere after that. But.
So once we get that done, they check the final weigh out, which is fully hooked up to when you're leaving. That way it just makes sense because you're all hooked up and you're ready to go. And that will be Saturday, so we'll get that final bit of it. We're really excited to, one, learn a little bit more about it because we have to talk vaguely about it because we really don't understand it. So we expect to have a lot better understanding later, and we also expect to be able to share that process with you guys.
I'm looking forward to, you were talking about rebalancing. They will recommend to us, this area is a little heavy, can you shift some of maybe your canned goods over here or things like that. And usually it's not the show up on 2 different days type of thing. So let's say you go to Livingston where they do have the SmartWay program. It's to, as I understand it, to kind of streamline it instead of having people hook and unhook right there in line. This way, if we come in tomorrow with just our vehicles, then when we come in on our appointment time, then it's a much
it makes it a lot easier. It's common sense stuff. You know, we saw that being done in Livingston. Actually, our second time we were there, we were right by the SmartWay thing, so we saw them do it all in one shot. But since there's so many people signed up to do this, it just makes sense to do it the way they're doing it now.
Last night we went again to the big grand hall. I think they call it Thurber Hall.
Thurber Hall, yep.
And we did they do their normal community updates and their door prize giveaways right before the evening entertainment. And last night was exceptionally exciting.
Yeah.
Because they were giving, and it was funny because they started calling out the names, and the night before, this woman, I was impressed because she was just rattling off names. I think, man, they picked the right person for that because she could read everybody's
But really,
name.
they were all easy names: Smith, Jones, Johnson.
And then last night, she had a bunch of a little bit more challenging names.
Yeah.
And I said, if we're going to win anything, it's going to be tonight, because tonight is the night of challenging names.
Yeah, exactly. And Kerry was correct. All of a sudden, we're sitting there, and she calls out the name, and it's Russ Balbirona. You know, a little, not too bad. I've had it slaughtered a lot worse. It's actually
So did we win the Wi-Fi Ranger?
No, we didn't. but it's actually Balbirona is how you say the name. What we did end up winning.
So much better. So much better.
Well, it's got a whole lot of bacon in it. We
yes,
won,
which makes it so much better.
We won a $25 gift card to the Oink Cafe.
This place, their slogan is breakfast, lunch, and bacon.
Yep.
And when they were announcing this, they said one of their workers here had gone there earlier in the day and came back and said this is ridiculously good. So we're going to check it out. But what I really thought was funny, and I caught this on video, hopefully the sound picked it up. They had, as we mentioned yesterday, the little kids that come out and hand you your things. This kid comes over all excited for us. You got a really good one.
Yeah, no, he said bacon's always good.
Yeah, bacon's always good. So
yeah, no, I was really impressed with that kid too. He was very personable, very well spoken. He was probably only about 8 or 9 years old.
He was very excited for you.
Yeah, I know.
And guess where we're going to go tonight? We're going to go to the Oink Cafe.
Well, you know, it was kind of embarrassing because, like I said, I'm a big guy. and then I win the Oink Cafe, but it could have been worse.
Yes, Earl.
A gentleman named Earl, who we don't really know. We just know his name. He won a lip moisturizer or something like that. I was like, okay, well, at least I didn't win that one.
One thing I really enjoy is when they do these, you have to be present to win. So they'll call your name 3 times. And if on the 3rd time you are not there to kind of wave and say you're there, the entire crowd will go, "Aww."
Yeah, and you know what was really funny about that? They'll give you 3 times, like Kerry said. The very first time they came across that Wi-Fi Ranger, which is a $400 gift. Everybody wants one of those. They said the name, and immediately you hear a bunch of people go, "Aww," trying to rush the process so they can pick another name. But the good thing about that is your name is your card's thrown back into to win the grand prize tomorrow, or no, not tomorrow, the next night. Tomorrow tonight there is no door prizes. They're actually having tryouts for the talent show.
Yeah, and that one I'm kind of excited about. The night before we had a band. Last night we had a band called the Redhead Express.
Yeah, they were really good.
They're from Alaska, and fantastic. Check them out online. And tonight they're practicing for Escapees Got Talent, and then tomorrow night will be the talent show, which I'm really excited to see. I've seen people walking around with guitars and different things, so looking forward to that. But there's no giveaways tonight, so we'll have to just find some other way to entertain ourselves. I think we're going to grill out for a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're going to do some steaks tonight, maybe. Actually, no, I think we're going to do burgers tonight, steaks tomorrow, because being from Hawaii, my dad has this amazing teriyaki steak recipe, and that's got to marinate for a little bit. So we'll buy the stuff tonight, let it marinate for, half a day, and then tomorrow we'll cook it.
Well, one other thing before we kind of transition to the next bit. Last night worked out really, really well while we were sitting and waiting for the band to come on. Mm-hmm. It was just an Alaska-themed night because the band's from Alaska, and we were talking to a couple next to us, and they were asking where we were planning on going, so we talked to them about our plans to go up to Alaska, and this woman right in front of us turns around. Apparently she's traveled quite a bit to the area. She was a wealth of information. I was taking notes. I said, I hope you don't mind, and I'm writing all the stuff down, telling me what guides, how to camp, where to find camping, all sorts of great things. I think her name was Ellie, so thank you, Ellie.
Yeah, one thing, again, that we've said, not only is there a wealth of information at the seminars, but all the people that you run into and you talk to, there's just so much information shared here. It's so much fun, and I just can't get over how willing people are to share this information with you.
Oh yeah, we had a great conversation with our neighbor Bob last night about lithium batteries, which today I am going to go to a seminar about lithium batteries. Mm-hmm. Now that I did that ZAMP solar thing, I want to understand the whole battery network and stuff, so they've got a great one on that. It sounds totally boring to Russ, so he's going to ditch me.
Actually, no. The real reason is I have to work. I've got to pay the bills. So I do have a couple of projects that need to get done. So I will be at the trailer getting real work done.
Oh, okay. I'll go play.
Okay.
And I'll also play. There's another seminar on boondocking. Actually, they have 2 today, but I think I'm only going to get to go to the one. And really looking forward to that. They have some off-grid living type of stuff. So I'll be kind of poke it in and out of all the different seminars that I possibly can.
You know, that's the one that I'm really, I don't know if jealous or envious about. I really wish I could go to that boondocking one, but I just don't have the time to make it. So I know you'll take good notes.
I will tell you what, I will do the voice recorder thing for
Fantastic.
you. That way I can't inaccurately transpose something and then you say, look, I thought you said this.
Well, we usually with you, the kids and I tease Kerry.
I'm horrible.
She's the most horrible quoter. She'll get the main.
I get the gist.
She'll get the message across, but the quotes, nope.
Yeah.
But so I have no doubt that you'd be able to come back with all the correct information, just not word for word.
Yeah. So if I'm ever telling a story and I said he said this, yeah, it works around just a little bit differently. So my disclaimer there. So tonight we talked about we're going to grill. Tomorrow we're going to do that. Oh, tomorrow we have a social to go to.
Yeah.
For one of those birds of a feathers.
Yeah, this is the. Oh, you're funny.
Okay. No, we are going to the Gold Prospectors. Sorry, I had to. The Gold Prospectors.
Yeah, it's the Gold Prospectors and Metal Detecting Birds of a Feather group. It'll be nice because that's the stuff I'm into. I'm really not into gold prospecting, so I'm excited to learn a lot about them. I know they're super excited to have us because of my affiliation with Fisher Metal Detectors, and Fisher Metal Detectors makes one of the most popular gold detector machines.
Get my coat back on.
So, well, not a problem. Don't worry about it.
But what they don't know, and you'll be the first to hear it, he's bringing swag.
Yeah, I'm going to take some swag there. I've got some Fisher product that we're taking, t-shirts,
we got to lighten up the load
thing.
Before we go away on the SmartWay. So
yeah,
exactly. Tell them to get
exactly.
rid of all this stuff before we do it.
But no, it'll be fun to go there. It's just another way. It's interesting how work combines with this journey that we've taken.
Yes.
So I'm excited to go there. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think we'll learn a lot, as well as give them a lot of information because they're excited to hear about the new products that we're getting ready to come out with.
And I'm excited about going and just meeting and talk. We talked with a few of the people there. I think the president, the vice president, the other day when we swung by the table, and now just to meet the rest of the group. And I've always been very curious about the gold prospecting thing because we've done more of the relic.
Yeah, and that's what I cut my teeth on, relic and treasure hunting, coin hunting, that sort of thing. So, and the only reason why I haven't done gold hunting is just because I haven't had anybody teach me how to do it. So I'm looking forward to hooking up with this group.
All right, well, that's all we have for today
Yep.
because I'm really excited and I want to get to class.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.